You got a yes for me?
I got a yes right now. Hey, Eddie, where the papers at? Hey, where the papers at, Eddie?
All right.
See, I'm not gonna say like, oh, he's a bum, but why are you fighting a bum then?
Yeah,
You know
of
what I
course. Do you feel like Boots belongs on the top pound for pound right now?
mean? Not yet. I don't think so.
We keep Vergil Ortiz busy, and that's what it takes. Keep him busy.
He ain't ducking because he's scared. He ain't ducking because he's scared. Vergil ain't scared of no. I mean, I'm letting y'all know, Vergil ain't scared of no man. Oh yeah, I've been around Vergil. Vergil ain't scared of nobody. Right?
There was one reason the boxing world froze after Vergil Ortiz Jr.'s crushing win. Everyone wanted to hear one name come out of his mouth.
Boots, come over here.
That's right. Oh, let's go, man.
All right, so that you answered the question. Is this the fight that you want next? Vergil Ortiz against Jaron Boots Ennis.
I think this is the fight that has to happen, man. I think this is it.
But when Ortiz finally sat down at the press conference, he didn't just dodge the question, he completely flipped the script. Fans were stunned as the entire welterweight landscape erupted into chaos. Why would he ignore his clearest, most dangerous rival for a dream fight that suddenly looked like a strategic escape? With stars like Charlo, Boots, and Errol Spence Jr. right there, all waiting for his answer, Ortiz delivered a response that stunned anyone buying into the Boots hype.
Because I told Boots not to go out there and play around. Go out there and make a statement. He made the statement. He did. Now the pressure on every boxing fan's mind is going to be what we wait. You heard what he said in the ring? Call out everybody. All right, there you go. Ideally, we don't care. We want whoever got them belt.
He didn't just mention Spence, he called him the dream fight, a matchup he'd been chasing since his very first appearance at AT&T Stadium. He tried to soften the shock with an anyone can get it, claiming he only wants the best, but his priority was unmistakable. In that moment, the Boots storyline died.
A lot of the names that have circled you in the past were here to see you in this performance. What were your thoughts on them being here, and which one of them do you want next?
It doesn't matter who's next. If I had to pick, I'm gonna be honest, it would be Spence, because that's my dream fight. I've been calling it since
AT&T.
AT&T, there you go, at the Cowboys Stadium, and I just think that's my dream fight. And I don't care what anyone says about it.
Ortiz insisted it wasn't about chasing money or fame, at least not for him. He explained why Spence meant everything, a full circle moment over a decade in the making. Both fighters grew up in Dallas, both came from the same gym. Ortiz revealed that he used to watch Spence and even learned from him when he was just 10 or 11. For Ortiz, this fight wasn't business. It was legacy. It was personal. It was about facing the man who once inspired him.
But anyone else, like I said, anyone can get it, respectfully. I just want to fight the best. I'm just a competitive guy. Yeah.
It's the best fight in boxing. I think he did a great job. He looked good. But I'm going to show the world why I'm the best in the world. And I'm going to show his team. They've been talking all crazy. They've been talking crazy. And I'm going to back it up. And I'm going to show the world why I'm the best in the world. But like I said.
But even with the dream fight talk, one shadow lingered, Boots Ennis. When the question came up, Ortiz's energy shifted instantly. The excitement vanished, replaced by a cold, clipped tone. Asked about Boots' weaknesses, he gave the vaguest answer possible. We all have weak spots. Nothing more, no details. And when he said Boots was a fight for the future, not next, the message was loud and clear. This wasn't an accident. It was a public snub.
I just saw Frank, and he said you guys are still working together, you and Frank?
Yeah.
You coming back, man? No, but Frank. Okay, but Frank said he's got some big plans for next year. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Not right now. I just, like you said, we have so many people right now, and I'm not knocking him as a future fight I see with him for sure. You know, I give my opponents or future opponents props because it just makes me look better. You know?
The boxing world snapped back fast and harshly. Fans, analysts, YouTubers, and entire Reddit threads lit up. The narrative spread instantly. Ortiz was ducking the most dangerous man in the division.
That's not a question for me. That's my manager right there. That's not my job.
I don't know how much money.
The reason why I asked that is that, let's be real, the amount of money fighters make a lot of times determine if fights are gonna happen or not, right? Because if fight is that, yo, I'm not gonna fight this guy for this much.
Yeah.
Or I need this much.
And I think it matters to a certain extent. You don't want to fight no one for free or whatever, which it's not gonna happen.
Right.
But I do think that people outprice themselves sometimes.
Yeah.
Whether it's to duck or whether they feel like they deserve more genuinely or what, I really don't know. But
yeah, because people have value. You have value. I'm worth a certain amount. Is there a number that you would say, nah, that's too low?
2 million.
That's too low.
Too low.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Just wanted to see, where you at.
Oscar, you said some things up there. You said some things up there that I think that some of the fans may get troubled by, because it's like, this fight is right here waiting to happen. Let's not talk about money. But money could become an issue here, right?
No, it actually can. I mean, look, this can be a great negotiation. Obviously, look, when I say it has to be favorable to Vergil, that's the obvious case. Mm-hmm. I mean, look at what he did. Look at who he is. Vergil Ortiz is the man. Having this fight in Las Vegas can be huge, but Vergil Ortiz has to be the favorite here when it comes to negotiations. And, as long as they're favorable, we'll make the fight happen. There's no problem.
Oscar,
I think everybody wants to see the fight, so the money's not going to be an issue because there will be enough money in the pot.
Piece by piece, the story built itself. Ortiz was avoiding the one opponent who could truly threaten him.
Vergil Ortiz had no plan to fight Boots Ennis. And I told you guys yesterday that Vergil Ortiz actually wants Errol the True Spence next.
If I had to pick, I'm gonna be honest, it would be Spence, because that's my dream fight.
The problem with that is this guy has 2 car accidents, he had detached retina. Then he fights Bud Crawford. Now he's been out for about 3 years. He has separated from Derrick James. He doesn't even have a trainer. And we supposed to get hyped up for a possible bout with him and Vergil Ortiz. Vergil Ortiz just knocked out Erickson Lubin in the second damn round. We'll like to see who Errol Spence trainer is. We'll like to see how well Errol Spence has recovered. And we'd like for him to dust off some cobwebs before he jump in the ring with Vergil Ortiz. It's no disrespect towards Errol the True Spence, but let's be practical here. We want the best to fight the best at their best.
The story came together almost right away. Ortiz is avoiding the one player who could really test him.
You think he wants the fight?
I don't think he want to fight right now. I don't think, because I'm looking at all the stuff coming up on the Instagram and all that stuff. Like he want to fight Spence. Spence, what he say? He want to fight Spence. He didn't want to fight Boots at that time. So I don't know what they doing. He's not 100% sure that Vergil going to take the fight. You know what I mean? If not, we just going to move on. We're going to move on to, what's that? Fandor, another good fighter.
People began to think that Vergil was talking a big game. He decided to call out a fighter who many people describe as a ghost of a man, a broken Spence who was past his prime. Instead of Yaron Ennis, who is young, hungry, and has never lost.
No, I wouldn't take Spence fight. Why would you go after Spence? Spence ain't fought in like 3 years. Why would you do that?
Is he still a credible name, a big name? And to have that on your resume, I think only boosts his career.
Who, Spence? Yeah. Yo, Spence still got a beautiful name, a big name, man. You know what I mean? But I would like the Spence to get in, get back into the boxing and get some few fights before you even think about fighting Spence. You know what I mean? Spence is another great fighter, man. You can't count him out. You know what I mean?
People began calling him out, saying he chose an aging, diminished Spence instead of Boots, the young, undefeated monster of the weight class.
Are we getting this fight with Jaron Boots Ennis next?
I don't see no way in the world that you go off. And you actually told Boots to come up here. You called Boots up there. You understand? Yeah. So all that you talk about in that post-fight press conference, don't nobody want to hear that. You told the nation when they could see it. Because see, a lot of people couldn't see the post-fight press conference. But people saw the interview right after the fight. You told us that the man already told you, hey, it's time. You told us that's what was next. If you avoid that and don't do that, you're going to lose a lot of respect from a lot of people. And I might be one of them. Because you acted like
talking about Vergil Ortiz.
You better believe it. You act like you was up for the challenge. Everybody knows that like Boots said, it's time for him. Everybody wants to see Boots against a real opponent. Vergil, you're peaked right now. You're the best option to make us, to let us figure out all the answers that we want to know about Boots Ennis. and you're gonna go say about Errol Spence and somebody else, we don't want to hear that. I definitely don't want to hear that. You told us on national TV after the fight that you wanted to do exactly what that man said. That man told you, well, that's what I want to see. I don't want to see you do nothing else right now. You can come back and go to Earl later. You can come back and go to Crawford later if Crawford chooses to do that. But what I want to see right now is the two best dream middleweights on the horizon fight. It's two undefeated guys who are equal.
And the irony made everything worse. Ortiz and his promoter, Oscar De La Hoya, had spent weeks accusing Boots of ducking them, saying he was the reason talks stalled. They painted themselves as the ones chasing the fight. Now that the matchup is finally possible, the roles have completely reversed.
Hey, yo, what's going on, y'all, man? Peace to the family. Listen, I did see the report or the tweet that Dan Rafael put out about the Zone not being interested in making the Vergil Ortiz versus what's the main man name, Errol Spence fight. And I think that's a good thing. They said that they are only interested in making the Jerron Boots Ennis fight. Because it appears that, you know, Team Ortiz, Vergil Ortiz, his promoter, Oscar De La Hoya, his manager, Rig, and Robert, and his dad, their entire team, it appears that they are trying to, they don't want this fight. And they want to try to fight Errol Spence, who haven't fought in over 2.5 years, and a guy that's inactive coming off a knockout loss, instead of fighting the guy who you said has been ducking you. So the guy named Jerron Boots Ennis pulled up to your fight, got in the ring, and pretty much was face to face with you. So y'all can make that fight happen now.
Styles tailor-made for Boots. All the styles are tailor-made for Boots. Hey, that's right. But like I said, y'all didn't see nothing yet, man. You know what I mean? I told you don't go out there and play. Make a mistake, like I told you. Much better at 154, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, he had 147 for what? 10 years, man. 10 years. It was about time. He only 28. It's about time to move up.
Fans are revisiting those interviews, trying to figure out who lied. Team Ortiz is scrambling to repair the damage, but their explanations are only making things messier, and the Ducker label isn't going away.
Pay over here.
I'm making you pay.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I guarantee you. And we can bet whatever. I guarantee you.
I don't want to take your money away, bro. I'm not betting.
You ain't gonna take nothing.
Nah.
You ain't gonna take nothing. I guarantee you. We can bet any amount of money. When we fight, I guarantee you, I'm gonna win.
That's all for today's breakdown. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Drop your thoughts in the comments. We'll see you in the next one. Stay tuned.